You know what they say. Keep it balanced. Keep it cute. But baby, my balance, it comes from above. So step light. Hold your head high. We gon' praise and still look fly. Weighing every season, heart on one side, truth on the other. Grace in my walk, glory in my cover. Step to the left, I'm aligned. Peace in my heart, made of mine. Wrist shining, Bible in my bag. Gold on my neck, Savior in my swag. Born with the scales in my head. Still I lay it all in His plan. Measured by mercy, not fame. He called my star by my name. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Hey, hands up high, heels on beat, praise in the club, praise in the street. Halo over this laid out lace, a little gloss, whole lot of grace. They see the charm, but He sees the core. He opened doors I ain't asking for, so I two-step, testify, slide every turn. He by my side. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride. Whoa, left, right, spin it back. Stay true if you love the Lord, let Him shine. Hey, heart in the clouds, feet on the floor. We give Him the praise, then we give Him some more. I'm a Libra in the light, standing tall in my faith. Pretty smile, holy style. I got heaven on my face. When I move, when I glide, it's the grace in my stride. Balanced by the blood, that's my scales and my pride. That's my scales and my pride.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Creole Butterfly Libra Butterfly Coco 929 coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast, or the horses are beautiful and the women are fast. It just depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah to Lottie and everybody on the sound of my voice. You know I am the for the what? The smooches. So you get a smooch, everybody gets a smooch. And okay, how y'all doing today? Okay. So anyway, y'all, it is terrific Tuesday. You know what this man got in my inbox and said, today is Titty Tuesday. Y'all older men are so thirsty. Y'all are thirsty. I wish you get some. Seriously, it's getting to the point, y'all, to where I'm thinking older men, I don't know what's going on with you. I really don't. I ain't never seen it in my life. Younger men get in my inbox all the time, like, good morning, queen. I wish you changed your mind about dating younger men. I mean, it's the older, I call you perverts. Not all of you now, not all of you. But I mean, for real, Titty Tuesday, really? Really. And that must work on a lot of women because I believe this ain't the first time he said that. Okay. It's like, hey, auntie. It's like, yeah, okay. Titty Tuesday. Now, what made you go in a woman's inbox to say, happy Titty Tuesday to you? Huh? Okay. And then y'all wonder why so many women are going to other women? Because y'all giving me the creeps, y'all making me itch, and there's no repellent for it. Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all, man, not all of y'all, because some of I do older. Hey, don't give me today. Don't. Hey, odor is better for me. I do odor, okay. But these some of these older men that's in my inbox, I don't even respond to them. I used to like be like, really? Is that what was that what is for a compliment nowadays? Is that what goes for a compliment? Does 50 plus make y'all think we thirsty? Because I'm not. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Baby, not all of us is thirsty for companionship. Okay. I want it. But am I gonna die if I don't get it? Absolutely not. Cause I like me. I love me. You don't love me? What's wrong with you? I got things going on in my life. I'm fulfilled, Hey, I told y'all, I'm retired. My husband retired me and he left me a little bit okay. Okay, a little bit okay. I ain't rich, none of that. Don't get it twisted. But I'm okay. Okay. Now speaking of that, I'm more peaceful now before we get to the Clive Davis. I'm more peaceful now. And I was going to tell y'all why I'm peaceful, okay? Oh my God, for real? Oh, I miss her. Tell her the next time I miss her and I love her, please. Oh, it did me some good today. I needed that. Thank you. I needed that. Let me tell y'all why I am pretty much breathing good. I gotta do something for I did something for my son. I did something for him. I made him some gumbo. Good grief, I reckon. I looked at that video. It didn't look as good as it was. I don't think I recorded it as well as I did, but it was good. I gave my son in love almost half the pan because I promised him that I was gonna. So he's a great daddy. My son in love is a great daddy, so he can get anything he wants. Cause honey, my grandkids, the business, okay. Um, and then my son, y'all. Why was my son up Sunday morning? Catch this. He came from his apartment to my stove at 9:30 in the morning. No, 9 o'clock in the morning. Talking about I'm on my second, but no, I'm on my second bowl today of gumbo. Y'all looked in that pot. Why come it was just one bowl left? I said, well, you might as well take the whole pot. I was going to, Mama. I only had, y'all know them little cups that they give you at the dentist that you rinse your mouth out in. My bowl was like two of those cups put together. That's all I had out of all that gumbo. That's it. I can't even really tell you because that's all I had. The rest of it is gone. Okay, it was gone within 24 hours, and that's giving it. It might have been 8. Okay, didn't last at all. That's why I don't make it that much. I got to give the recipe to my granddaughter. I promised her when she was 8. Now she's 14. So when I went down there for her graduation and they was talking about this gumbo, I said, look, I'm going to give the recipe to Cammy. Cammy said, yes, Nana going to give me the recipe. First time I said it, everybody looked at me, my sister, my daughters, my sons. Everybody turned around. Even my son-in-law said, Cammy, I thought I said something wrong. Now that you got to know, Cammy at the age of 8 was making breakfast for everybody. I'm talking hot cakes, pancakes, scrambled eggs, perfect, bacon, sausage at 8. So why wouldn't I give her the recipe? You get it? Okay. It needs to go on. Hey Anthony, what's up, King? So yeah, Auntie Melissa, they was mad because I said Cammy. I'm like, yeah, Cammy. She go, everybody in our family, because I'm Creole. My grandmother was Creole, French, and something else because she was mixed with her daddy was white. Okay, he was a white Frenchman. Anyway, her mama was straight up Indian. Okay, straight up. Ugh. I'm gonna show y'all the pictures. Anyway, so the recipe has passed down from generation to generation. So I don't know how nobody else make that gumbo, but I got it straight from the horse's mouth, honey. I stood there and watched the simmering and the cutting and cried through the onions and all this other stuff. Okay, the only thing I did not get was my grandmother's dressing. Now I got my southern grandmother's dressing. I can make it all day, every day, twice on Sunday with my eyes closed. Okay. But my grandmother, that's Creole, she used to make 2 dressings. And I used to leave from one grandmother's house, go to the other grandmother's house, pack my plate, and then come home. My Creole grandmother used to make oyster dressing, one pan, and then she'd make another pan of shrimp dressing. And when I tell you that stuff, ooh, And I've been craving it. How do you crave something you don't know how to make? And so I said I was gonna ask one of my aunties to make it for me, and I'll pay them because they got all the, My daddy, he taught me some recipes. That's how I know how to make my barbecue sauce from scratch without ketchup. When he brought me in there, he said, "Come here, I want to show you something." He said, "This is our recipe." So I got the recipes. Y'all. I got them down there. So yes, hold on. Somebody's coming to look in my dishwasher again. Okay, so the top part of my dishwasher is not working. The top spinner, that's not working. The bottom spinner is, but the top one isn't. So when the man left last time, this was last week, supposedly it was, I was sitting there and we both thought it was working. Okay, well, my son come upstairs to wash a pot or something, and he's like, your dishwasher ain't working. I said, come on now. I pulled it down. I said, sure ain't. So now the man got to come back today. Kentucky water, Louisville water has been doing something in these streets and all this and stuff. So gravel and everything has gotten down in the stuff. And we believe it's coming in everybody's house because everybody's complaining about stuff getting backed up and all of that. It's crazy. So whenever this man come, I got to get out of here if I'm still on here. Okay. So let me get back, that right there. Anyway, let me move on. But yeah, anyway, I was saying all that to say, I finally got my media room switched around. My son, he did all of it by himself. I felt so bad, y'all. I was in the room and I heard him holler, uh, like I'm serious. And my sons ain't no little dudes, okay? They walls. You feel me? Like seriously, they walls, okay? They ain't met up. Yeah, they walls. And I got up and I came in there. I said, "You need me to help? Look like I can do it. You need me to help you, Mama? Go lay down somewhere. You can't do nothing. I got this." I'm like, "But I heard you grunting, and I got it back." I'm like, "Okay." Anyway, when I tell y'all he made my vision perfect, my media room is what I wanted. I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I'm just putting the finishing touches on it, like getting everything where it need to be. But as far as has changed around and stuff, I'm so excited. Yeah, I am. I'm happy. Now I really feel like, okay, this is what it was meant to be all along. Okay. Anywho, moving on. Okay, so let's go. Um, Y'all, Clive Davis. Let's talk about him really, really quick. Clive Davis. I'm on the fence with him. I've never liked him. Did I think he was a genius? Yeah, I give him that. I always thought it was something. I always thought he was the Pied Piper. You know how the Pied Piper would play a tune and draw the children and all this and stuff. I always thought he was the mastermind behind everything musical that wasn't right. Now, it came out that he was the one that turned out Diddy. That's not far fetched, okay? And I'm gonna say allegedly through here. That's why I got my stuff rolling at the bottom of the screen. But it's a lot of things that Clive is secretly infamous for. Do you remember when Whitney Houston was found deceased in the hotel room? Well, Clive Davis went down, was downstairs at the same hotel, and he was hosting a party or something, and he knew she had passed away. He didn't cancel it or nothing. He just went on and hosted. That's one of your biggest artists. That's the one that you trained or whatever, and you don't care enough to cancel the party that she's passed away. I really believe that Ray J knows what happened to Whitney. I really, because ever since then, Ray J has been crazy. Track it, track it, go back to the day that Whitney passed. Ever since then, this boy has quote unquote lost his mind. It's like he's trying to escape what he knows. Okay, every now and then he speaks what he know, but he's so messed up, people don't pay attention. They don't pay attention to what he's saying. But you got to know the difference between crazy and I need to release myself. Everybody that people deem crazy ain't crazy. Okay? They not. He's trying to escape something. He really is. I think this man, every time he closes his eyes, he see Whitney. I really believe that. And I believe that he's been threatened and they have told him, you bet not say nothing. Now let's go back further. Remember, a couple of hours before Whitney passed away, uh, she gave a note to Brandy. She stuck a note in Brandy's hand and whispered something in her ear while she was up there singing. And I believe that note was supposed to be for Ray J. You got to tie the dots. Tie the dots, okay? So let's just hear this real quick on what Kanye West had to say. Now, that's another one. Let me tell you something. You ever heard of a smart dummy? Okay, I'm going to tell you what a smart dummy is. I was raised in the projects. I was raised in the West End, okay? And you had those shade tree mechanics. All they did all day long, and we call them Uncle Bubba, maybe Uncle Tutu, and you will ride up and something be wrong with your car. You're like, man, let me ride around here and see if Uncle Tutu around here. I know he around here somewhere. And you see Uncle Tutu sitting in a chair, and you be like, hey, Uncle Tutu, you heard my car? What's going on with my car? And Uncle Tutu be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what that is. Your timing belt's off. I tell you what, young buck, go give me a 6-pack of strolls and a pack of cigarettes, and I'll put your timing chain on you for you. No problem. Gonna take me about an hour, but I got you, young buck. And you go do that, and you come back, your car, not only did I put your timing chain on it, but your thing was skipping, so I went on and tuned that up for you too, okay? All right, do you have any more problem? Come back to me. That's who I'm talking about. That's the smart dummy. They so smart that they couldn't work for nobody else. They was too smart. So whatever happened, they ended up on the street. Every day you could find them. Another person, like, let me see, this dude named Tuna. Okay, Duna. I'm sorry, this dude named Duna. When I was younger, we was living in the projects. I'm making a point. Duna could cut your hair. Let me tell you, the dudes in our hood, in our projects, would be a walking billboard. They would come to school, and the white people would be like, oh my gosh, look at your hair. Even the teachers, the administrations, other black dudes that didn't live, where we lived at, because Tuna was so skilled, so bad with them clippers. He could put your portrait in your. This is before all this became, like everybody trying to do it now. This was back in the 70s, okay? Late 70s, early 80s, like 82, 83. 77, honey, when I tell you Duna could cut your portrait in your hair. He could cut your bricks. We called it the brick city. He could cut your building in your hair. Whatever car you wanted. When I tell you, you was a walking billboard, baby, you already knew. And Duna worked for no shop. You had to catch Duna. You had to, like, if you see him walking in the store, be like, hey, Duna, come over, I'm building 63, cut me up. All right, let me go home and get my clippers. I got you. I'll be over a young buck. Give me about an hour. All right, and you tell her about, hey, Duna coming over. You have, like, Duna be outside almost 3 hours, cutting like 30 people's hair, because you never know where Duna going to be at, so you got to catch him when you can catch him, okay? And people say, hey, come back through next week at this time. All right, young buck. And I mean, because that's just how it was. Now, when Pages was out, he would give you his pager number. You page him, he show up. And a lot of times the dope dealers would go pick him up. You feel me? Okay, so y'all catch that. Anyway, so yeah. But that's what I'm talking about, okay? That's what I'm talking about. And I think that's Kanye West. Kanye West is so smart. He's dumb. He's very intelligent. And sometimes too much intelligence like it make people kind of slow. So let's go. What I do with it? Here we go. That's only my opinion. And the views and the opinions of the host is not that of everybody in the chat. Okay. Lego. All right. Let's go. Let's see.
Should have learned with Hov.
I honestly think he's just an extreme narcissist who
y'all done poked the bear too many times. Y'all should have learned with Drake. Y'all should have learned with Puff I should have learned with Hove.
I honestly think he's just an extreme narcissist who loves power. He loves the ability to manipulate and control people.
I thought that was complete insanity. And knowing Whitney, I don't believe that she would have said, the show must go on.
Okay, so all this Diddy mess has driven fans into a chokehold. And this curiosity has people thinking as to why Diddy ended up this way. When people dug deeper, they realized Diddy himself was a victim of his mentor, Clive Davis. Yes, you heard that right. The person who has been riddled with SA lawsuits is the person who mentored Diddy. No wonder he turned out that bad. Let's delve into the latest scandal that has set the internet ablaze. Let's start the conversation from the music executive Clive Davis. Around 11 years back, Clive made the bold step of coming out as bi to the whole entertainment community. The
Smart founders know something.
Sorry,
most
y'all.
people
I
miss.
can't stand commercials.
in a new memoir saying that following half a century of relationships with women, he was now in a long-term relationship with another man. Although coming out stories have become more common in the music business, Davis is noteworthy as one of the industry's best-known executives. Not only that, Davis has steered labels such as Columbia, Arista, BMG, and Sony since the late 60s, signing artists such as Janis Joplin, Bruce Springsteen, Notorious B.I.G., and Kelly Clarkson.
Y'all, do y'all see that? Y'all see the labels that he has been over and stuff? When I tell y'all, yeah, he's the Wiz. There you go. He's the Wizard of Oz. He is the Wizard of Oz. In order for the Tin Man to get his heart, in order for his heart, and for the Scarecrow to get a brain, Dorothy to come home, and the cavalry line to get carriage. When I tell you, you got to see the wizard, he was the wizard. Okay, so what I'm saying is, in order for you to be famous, in order for you to get a name, in order for you to get a label, you had to see him. They're out to see the wizard. Okay, he was the wizard. Let's go.
Although Clive achieved monumental success in the industry, there have been a lot of horror stories regarding his treatment of celebs. The rumor has it that Clive used to have intimate relations with his artists in order to attain dominance over them, which in turn made the artists more obedient. You might be wondering how Clive Davis's success and influence related to Diddy. Well, Kanye recently spilled the beans on the web connecting both the personalities. In an interview with Paparazzi, Kanye claimed that whenever the higher-ups want to remove someone from their path, they would often stage their deaths to make it look like they unalive themselves.
You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that in order to control, traumatize.
Now, one of the controversies in which Clive was involved was the death of Whitney Houston. You see, in the last days, Whitney...
See what I'm saying, y'all? Here we go. Let's go.
...was supposed to attend the pre-Grammy party organized by Clive Davis himself. Clive had first met with Whitney when she was 19 years old, and she sang one of his songs and gave a new life to it. From that day on, Whitney and Davis developed a great close relationship. When Whitney breathed her last, she was only 48 years old. So yeah, they had quite a lot of history. So why did Clive not cancel the party after the news about Whitney's death was revealed?
You know, it's that in movie she played in The Bodyguard. You know that, what's his name? Hold on, y'all. What's his name? Kevin Costner. Y'all know he really was in love with Whitney Houston. When they honored him, go back and watch when they honored Kevin Costner. They played that song or whatever, and they talked about how he felt about Whitney and everything. He was so emotional. I felt so sorry for him. You could just see it in his eyes. He loved her. He really did. I don't know what happened on that movie or how much time they spent together, but he really, really loved her. He did. So I did. I felt sorry for him. Okay, let's go.
It's mind-boggling to realize that Whitney's body had not been removed when Clive and other celebs were enjoying the party. The rumor has it that Clive had a really distinct way of treating people. like he would treat them well until they stopped making money, and then he would discard them like mere goods. Some people even claim that Clive knew Whitney was going to pass away long before Whitney left the world. The thing is, 2 days before her death on February 9th, Houston visited singers Brandy and Monica with Clive Davis during their rehearsals for the Music Executives Party on February 11th. Later that day, Houston made her last public performance singing Jesus Loves Me on stage with Kelly Price in Hollywood at a pre-Grammys party. You might not know, but Houston spoke on the phone with her mother around 3:15 p.m. on February 11th, just 40 minutes before she was pronounced dead in her hotel room. The nature of their phone call has not been revealed by Sissy Houston, but she said her daughter seemed to be fine. Houston's death was ruled as an accidental drowning with contributing factors of heart disease and substance use. According to the 42-page coroner's report, the toxicology report found that coke and metabolites contributed to her passing. Other substances found in her body included marijuana, Xanax, Benadryl, and Flexeril, but they did not contribute to her death. Los Angeles County Chief Coroner Craig Harvey told people at the time there was water found in her lungs that indicated
That means she was alive when she drowned. She was alive. Somebody could have drowned her. Somebody could have held her head down, because you only get water in your lungs if you're still breathing when you're dead. Now that much I remember from medical school. Okay, let's go.
to us that she was alive when she was submerged underwater. According to our tests, the level of coke was not necessarily a lethal level of coke, but her death was complicated by chronic coke use and heart disease. But the thing that has people scratching their heads is that rumors about Whitney being beaten to death were really prevalent at the time. Conspiracy theorists claim that it is highly possible that someone had attacked her from behind. Jaguar Wright, who has been the whistleblower for years, claimed the same thing.
It's Grammy time.
No comment. That's all I'm gonna say about let's get past this.
And her and Clive had a fight 2 days before. And from what I was told, Bobby Christina was present for some of that fight. And then the next thing you know, she's dead.
Jaguar revealed that it was actually Clive Davis who would provide Houston with all the recreational substances to keep her under his thumb. She also alleged that once Houston had breathed her last, Clive was trying to resuscitate her because he realized the potential of Houston after she died. And just to fit the part, he continued the party, packaging it as a tribute to Houston. But Whitney's family later revealed that Clive had mocked Whitney's death by going forward with his plans.
And knowing Whitney, I don't believe that she would have said, the show must go on. She was the kind of woman that was said, stop everything. I'm not going to be there.
At the start of the event, he shared a tribute to Houston, saying, "By now, you all have learned of the unspeakably tragic news of our beloved Whitney's passing. I don't have to mask my emotion in front of a room full of so many dear friends. I am personally devastated by the loss of someone who has meant so much to me for so many years. Whitney was so full of life. She was so looking forward to tonight, even though she wasn't scheduled to perform. Whitney was a beautiful person and a talent beyond compare. She graced this stage with her regal presence and gave so many memorable performances here over the years. Simply put, Whitney would have wanted the music to go on, and her family asked that we carry on." Just before her passing, Whitney had allegedly broken free of Clive's hold on her. When she defiantly walked in an interview with Brandy and Clive, fans speculate that this may have angered Clive so much that he allegedly took steps to subjugate her. Another thing that was pointed out by fans is that artists like Whitney, Michael Jackson, and Prince were worth more dead than alive.
Facts. We got a little more to go, then we're gonna stop. Facts. This link is in my Let's Talk.
Because after their passing, their catalog would make crazy numbers, and artists would not be present to fight labels for the rights to their music and money made by them. Jaguar revealed that Clive did the movie on Whitney because he wanted to make some more money off of her when people were still grieving her loss. She claimed that anything with her name on it was strictly for the purpose of increasing Clive Davis's bank balance and nothing more.
I feel like anything with her name on it is strictly for the purposes of financial gain for those who have access to her estate, including Clive Davis.
Does something ring a bell?
Okay. So, yeah. So my question was he really a mastermind? Was he the boogeyman? Okay. That's the question. Was he a mastermind or was he the boogeyman? Okay. So, and I know people gonna be on the fence and really rest, well, I pray for his family. Of course, about his passing, we pray for his family, and everything. He was 94 yesterday, I believe. I mean, he was 94, but he passed yesterday. That's what I wanted to say. And everything. So he did make a difference in the music industry. One minute, y'all. I got one more. This one right here is what I'm talking about. Hold on. If y'all didn't see this, I want y'all to go find this. Okay? If y'all didn't see this, I want y'all to find it. Yeah, Auntie, absolutely. You know what? A lot of people was like, when they gonna get Clive Davis? Like, you got different people that's out here saying y'all got Diddy and y'all should have left him alone because he wasn't a problem. It was Clive. The last month or so, everybody's been saying, when y'all gonna get Clive? When y'all gonna get Clive? Why is he flying on the radar? Now look what's gonna happen. You know what? I really want to say what I want to say, but I'm gonna wait to say what I want to say when I want to say it. Okay, check this out, y'all. This was on Cam Newton. Now, if you did not see this interview, if you smoke weed, fire you up one and sit back because you're going to need it. Because I got ADD. I don't know what he got. I think he's got ADHD times 10 and a little bit of extra. So when you watch this, you're going to need everything that you can that's going to relax you because he on 1,300, okay? But you need to watch this, seriously. If you drink, pour you a cocktail and sit back and sip, okay? If you're just on the Lord, say a prayer. If you're a coffee drinker like me, baby, you're going to need some espresso on this day, okay? I'm just trying to prepare you, okay? I remember what I'm talking about. Let go. Y'all going to see just in this little clip right here. Watch him, okay?
I was with Whitney every fucking day. She was one of the most important people to me. Niggas is saying that I was in the room when she died. Bro, that's the biggest cap I've ever heard. I've heard it since the beginning. But when you know the truth, why do you have to jump out there and try to tell it to everybody? So I didn't care about what people were saying at first.
But I think it's important that you use this platform because one of the things that I was gonna hit on is, number one, you mentioned murder, right?
If you look on all my comments,
yes,
every time I go live, anything, you kill Whitney.
Okay.
That happens in spam.
Now speak your truth on that.
Here's the truth. It's not my truth. It's just certain times when narratives are going to the moon, that's not true. Everybody has you have to go and you have to shut certain things down.
Right.
The way they made that scene is so haunting to me. Here's why. I wasn't even there. I was nowhere around.
Where were you?
I was in San Diego doing a show.
Okay.
The Clive Davis event was the next day. We were gonna go there together. And we were gonna fucking really make the announcement that, like, you know what I'm saying? We was fucking around. And that we were locked in.
So y'all had a real relationship.
1,000%, bro.
The real emotions.
Bro, that was my people, bro.
And bro, this Funky Friday, ladies and gentlemen, where we keep it 100.
I barely speak on Whitney. She's Whitney Houston.
Yes.
That's Whitney Houston, but she's Whitney to me, right? And to me, it's just so distasteful for somebody to tell somebody something that the other person can't respond to.
Right.
To me, it's unfair. So I've always just never said nothing. But now that this shit's going everywhere, like, bro, it's just fucking hurtful, bro. Like, when I got back to the hotel, they did not let me up at first until everything was cleared and it was just the family. That's when I was able to go upstairs and see the family. This is you talking like late at night. When I pull up, I got my shoes. I'm ready to go to the event. I just talked to her on the phone. She's not there no more. It's over. Like, and Ray, who is her bodyguard, he found her and he called me. CNN says Ray J found her. And then 10 minutes later, like, oh no, Ray, her bodyguard. That shit's 10 minutes later, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But so, there's a innocence with jumping to conclusion, and you can kind of see why. Obviously, there's similarities in names, but that was not you.
I was nowhere to be found.
Right.
And I hate talking about it because I got so much love for her. I've never seen her in that state.
Yeah.
They never. So to make me that person when I wasn't even there, and then to put murderer on top of that, but I just solely just got away with it.
Mm-hmm. But I think something that you shared.
Okay, y'all remember the last video? They thought that Clive Davis got mad at Whitney Houston because Whitney busted the interview he was doing with Brandy. And that's what she gave Brandy that note to give to Ray J and whispered in Brandy's ear. And then later on, okay, so it just depends on what you feel about that whole situation. And I'm just bringing this because everybody's connecting Clive Davis right now with Whitney Houston and how that went down and everything, and how he was the puppet master, and I say he was the wizard. Okay, I usually tell people rest in peace. I can't even bring my mouth to say that. Okay, it's and not that I got a heaven or hell to put nobody in, but yeah, I just can't say that. I hope he made it right. I will say it like that. I hope he made it right. I don't know how he was living. I can assume. Now, spiritually, I pick up on a lot. That's why I'm sitting here trying to govern my words accordingly. But yeah, so if you did not see this interview, y'all, it's a 2-hour interview. And in the midst of this interview, when I tell y'all Ray J was on 1,000 times 1,000, he kept getting up, running behind the chair, walking away, bruh, sir, bruh, huh, hey, bruh, oh my God, bruh, yeah, no, I ain't, I'm bad, no, I ain't bad, no, I've been with a man, no, I ain't been with a man, yeah, no, I don't know how, man. When I tell y'all this right here, kid, you're gonna need Ritalin. Okay, you're gonna need Ritalin to look at this interview. If you can get through it, it's very informative. Okay, it's very informative. All right, if you're gonna look at it. I am going to do this week, though, Cam Newton, because he's an interesting factor. Defending, hold on. Is this the part I want to get to? Then we're going to get out for this. Okay, let's see. It might be a commercial. Yep. Let's. We don't do commercials. Okay. Skip. All right.
All right, my nigga.
We hired a big media agency last year to handle all of our meta ads. I spent well over 6 figures on their fee.
Watching the Diddy trial. And then the lady's like, yo, so you had a drug dealer. Now I'm just watching like everybody else, reading the manuscript. Ray J was your drug dealer, huh? Was Ray J your drug dealer? Just pick my name out the fucking raffle with no substance or nothing to it. Just threw it out there. The girl on the stand, I don't even know her name. She was confused. Everybody was confused.
Okay, so remember I told y'all when the industry picks a person that they feel that they know more than what they should and don't want them to talk, they start feeding the people that they're crazy. They start feeding the people, trying to discredit them, trying to make them think that this. Oh, let me tell you who that didn't work with. Let me get back over to where y'all are. The person that didn't work with was Cat Williams. They tried their best to make us all think Cat's crazy. He's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. And Cat told y'all, ain't nothing crazy about me. Jesus is my everything. That's my king. He got me. He got me protected. I'm going to keep talking. Cat's the only one that the industry tried to destroy, tried to feed the people that he was nuts, he was crazy, he was a liar, he was this, he was that, and it did not work. It did not work. Think about it. Let me tell you, DMX always spoke. And he stayed high. But even in that, his foundation, he would come back. Do y'all remember when he did that at Christmas rap? It was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, but the way that he did it was so unique. It was crazy. Everybody knew that Tupac, here's my lineup, okay? It has changed some, but my top two has always been Tupac and DMX. Tupac and DMX, because not only could they rap, but they were intelligent. Tupac was so intelligent ahead of his time. He remember in his song, "Woman, we're gonna have a race of babies who will hate the ladies." Think about that. Like, go back and read. Like, I always pull up the lyrics while they're rapping or whatever, while the song, because I want to see what they're saying. A lot of times we get in tune with the music and the beat, and we like, yeah, you know. When you go back and read his lyrics, my God, oh my goodness, you know. Now, I think Jay-Z is in there somewhere. I think he might be my number 5 or 6, because believe it or not, he does tell a story and he does say things to make you go, but he put it in a beat so well that you just listen to the beat and then the hook. But my point being is that, you know, I've watched this industry for a while, and, you know, like my family sings, you know, I got celebrities, R&B artists, jazz artists, you know, and everything that is out here making it, doing concerts, big names and stuff that's kin to me. And, you know, there's a lot of things that I hear. Okay. It's a lot of things that I hear. And one of the things that I hear is about how this industry is really like cloak and dagger. It's like it's one thing on the front, but behind it, it's a whole nother earth. It's a whole nother world. Do y'all remember when Michael Jackson did that? Michael Jackson did that interview and he said Tommy Mottola is the devil. He came straight out and said Tommy Mottola is the devil. He's just not good. He's no good. He's the devil. And you know, for a while, I looked like a crazy person because I always stood up for Michael Jackson. Even when it wasn't popular to stand up for Michael Jackson, I stood up for Michael Jackson because I could see a little bit deeper than a lot of people. And I'm not easily persuaded when everybody goes left, I don't go left. Okay, I have to, you know, see some things. And what happened was they tried to make people think he was a molester. He was this, he was that, you know, and everything. They stripped this man. This is what people don't remember. They stripped Michael Jackson. They humiliated him. They stripped him. He didn't even have no socks. That's how much they stripped him. To look and take pictures of his body, you know, because somebody said that he molested somebody and he had a birthmark and he had this, he had that. They stripped him. In other words, they were saying, we can get to you if we want to. You might be the king of pop, but we'll do what we need to do if we have to. They stripped that man, butt naked, took pictures of his body, everything, to find nothing. And that's when I stopped really liking Oprah Winfrey, because Oprah Winfrey, I realized, was really a puppet. And she lied to Michael Jackson in a way to get that interview only so she can rip him apart for her buddies. I didn't like that. I never liked Gail. I always thought Gail and Oprah Winfrey was screwing each other and they just ain't told nobody. My opinion, which I don't care, but don't come out here trying to expose everybody else when your stuff stink too. Okay. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. Don't like Oprah. Am I, at awe on her building herself up from what she used to be? Absolutely. That one don't have nothing to do with the other. You know what I'm saying? Just like I can listen to R. Kelly and not support the fact that if he raped the teenage girls or whatever the case may be, one doesn't have nothing to do with the other in my mind. Music is music. If I like it, I like it. You can be a drunk in the street. You can be out here toe up. Don't you know he's a drunk? But he making good music, and I like that music. So therefore, some of y'all more upset with a Diddy or R. Kelly, but y'all still support these preachers that y'all know is in these back rooms and in this office that they got screwing these little boys and little girls out of both draw legs, and y'all don't say nothing about it. I got a wife and 2 girlfriends, and y'all don't say nothing about it. So miss me. Don't judge me. Judge yourself, okay? So yeah, I like who I like. I support who I support, and what? And what? Okay. So, oh, that coffee's good, y'all. That coffee is good. My God, I can't find coffee like it except Sun Negroes. Sun Negroes here in Kentucky has some good coffee, but I don't really get to go the way that I want to go, and everything. But I buy my own K cups, and the K cups I buy is on point. Do you hear me? They deliver what they need to deliver when they need to deliver it. Okay. But yeah, and I think was that all that I wanted to share with you guys today? Because we ain't gonna be on here if we ain't gotta be on here. You feel me? You feels me? Okay. Let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Down. It's your birthday. Down. It's your birthday. Yeah. We don't I don't even know that song, but I put my own words in it because I like the beat. Hold on. Did y'all hear that song I played when we first came on? I love that song. I might go out with this song because a lot of people don't understand. Women would do that. Women will do that. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. Sisters, I love you. Now, sisters, I know y'all won't. Y'all real women, y'all won't. But some of these crazy, off-kiltered, I need a man by any cost. I want to keep a man by any cost. They'll do some stupid stuff like that and get our brothers caught up. A lot of our brothers is in penitentiary because a woman was a great liar. Let's keep it 100. Okay? I used to talk to my brothers. I'm talking about my real brothers. And I used to tell them, when you have a baby by a girl, go down there and put yourself on child support. Take $25 down there and say, hey, I want to go ahead and start myself on child support. I want to go ahead and donate this, start paying $25 a week. And they'll try to stop you. They'll go, no, because, she may not. Because by the time she take you down there, and especially if she get any type of government assistance, you're going to be behind. Now, this is free information for you. You're going to already be behind, okay? Because they're going to get you from the first day she started getting Medicare. From the first day she started getting SNAP. So you go down there and you start your own self, okay? And that's why my brothers never had a problem, all right? Never had a problem with, with child support, because any person that they had a baby back, they went down there and started themselves on child support, okay? I said stop. Why are you still going? Okay, this is the last thing with Clive Davis. And I don't think women prepare their sons enough for the type of women that are out here. Yes, all of us want our sons to have a good woman and go get her and love him and all this, but you gotta expose them to the big booty, big boobs, no brain scandalous type of women too. You got to tell them about all types, so that way when they run into one, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, my mama told me about you. My mama warned me about you." You know, yeah, okay. But if not, Auntie Coco's here. Auntie Coco's here today.
Clyde Davis just passed away. Am I the only one that noticed that music changed when certain people took over? Music used to be 432.
Come on, why does it keep stopping?
Hertz. It was about love, a message, frequency, healing. But when certain people took over, music went to 440 hertz. Pain, sorrow, envy, jealousy. What we call music notes is really frequency and vibration. When you listen to the right music, your body heals. When you listen to the wrong music, you want to go out there and hurt people. They say men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. Pay attention to the numbers. This man passed away June 22nd, 2026.
Yep, the number.
June is the 6th month, right? So June is the 6th month. We have 6/22/2026. Just remove the 0, and you will see that 6.
Yes, because I'm a numbers person too. Come on, tell the truth and shame.
22226 is a mirror, or I should say, it's a message. 6 represents love, family, responsibility, healing, harmony. 22, a master number, building, manifestation, turning visions into reality, creating something lasting. Then we have 2026, which is number 1, new beginnings, leaderships, fresh starts, or reincarnating. If you know his resume, he damn near touched everybody's lives in the music industry. Hip hop, pop, R&B. You know they say music can touch your soul. All you have to do is research everybody he helped in the music industry. And the list is so damn long. I even heard Michael Jackson say something about this person, but I'm not going to repeat it. You can look it up.
Yeah.
But once you follow the numbers, they're trying to tell you that everything recycles. Or I should say, once we listen to the music and the chorus, we get hooked. And once we get hooked, our life is on repeat.
Yep.
We sing the same songs over and over. That's because we don't realize they change music. Music was supposed to be a gift. You know how you go outside and listen to the birds sing and do something to you? Well, our voice is also medicine. Yep. You can listen to a certain artist and that song can touch you forever.
Yep.
It used to be that way, but now they are using frequency weapons against us, and it's music.
Okay, so let me tell y'all real quick. There was, and I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to find that video. It won't be today, y'all, but I'm trying to find that video because I did say there was a meeting that was held because of the prisons. People wasn't going to prison. And allegedly, because I don't have the video in front of me, there was a meeting that was held with Dr. Dre, Snoop, Clive Davis. What's the one was with cruising down the street on my 6'4". Him. It was about 4 more other hip hop people. Okay. And they all had this meeting with the governor and somebody else, and they were told they need to turn their music more violent, because the violent the music, the more that the younger generation would follow their lead in this music, because they need to fill their jails, they need to fill their prisons. Okay, and in that meeting, that's when they decide to come out with this, hard killer music, shoot 'em up music, and all this and stuff, because they would keep the prisons filled. They would keep the people. And I'm like, that makes sense. Now that makes sense, okay? And I hid that from myself because I was gonna come out here one night and I was gonna talk to y'all at night and everything about it. Because some things I get, y'all, I'm praying over whether I should talk about it, because I get a lot of stuff. I really do. And some of this stuff is so like dimensional and everything that, yeah. So I'm, it's a whole lot of stuff that I get that I don't talk about. It's not that I don't get it. I just don't talk about it. Okay. Because it's like, okay, Creole, do you really want to go this deep? And I hate, because I want to, my little brother JB, he's working now, so he can't come on here with me right now. We got to come up with a time we're going to talk about some stuff and everything. So, but I wanted to let y'all know that, y'all. So it's up to y'all. Do y'all think Clive, we at 1 hour? Okay. Do y'all think Clive Davis was a mastermind, or was he the booger man? Okay. It's up to you to decide. All right. It really is. All right. So.
Yeah. From Kentucky to the world. It's the season of the scale. Real butterfly, spread them wings, girl. Yeah, yeah. Born to shine, Libra balance in her soul. Creole roots deep, got that heart of gold. Butterfly in motion, grace when she fly. Every room she step in, the stars multiply. Dr.Creole, wisdom with the style. That Kentucky vibe, make the world smile. Energy,